A walk, a walk. I want to walk. Please, Daddy, walk with me. We'll take a walk through Zigaland. I wonder what we'll see. Yes, Zigawat, I'll hold your hand and show you what to do. For things are sometimes really not as they appear to you. Watermelon, yummy! Wow, but I want... No, you can't have that. It's a ladybug. Cotton candy. Ooh, no! You can't have that. It's a poodle's tail. Because sometimes I tell you yes, but sometimes I must say no. Trust me, little one. It's because I love you so. You did not see the whole picture. What you thought was good was not. I said no to take care of you because I love my Zigawat. This book, the Zigawat book, which we read to our daughter, not this daughter, our real daughter, every few nights, shares a theme about parents. That parents perceive things which the child doesn't perceive. Parents see the whole scope, the whole picture, and children only see a very limited part of the picture. And the theme is that the parents love the child, and that's why sometimes we tell the child that they can't do something that they want to do. This theme is true in Judaism as well. Judaism, the Torah tells us, Moses speaks to the Jewish people, and he says, Ma Hashem shalom me'imcha. What does God want from you? What does God want you to do, the Jewish people? What does God want from his people? Two basic ideas. One is to integrate the Torah and the mitzvot into our lives, to integrate the values of the Torah into our lives, the lifestyle of the Torah into our lives, one step at a time, to just take steps closer towards incorporation of the Torah. And two is the halachta b'drachav, to walk in the way of God, to be like God, which the Talmud explains, not only to change our outsides, how we interact with the world around us, but to change our insides, to love like God loves others, to be kind like God is kind to others. All of God's amazing, infinitely kind and loving actions, we have to make part of our insides, to want to do that ourselves. That's what the Torah tells us to do. And sometimes we may not understand something the Torah tells us, but at the same time, God says, all these things I tell you is l'tov lach, it's for your own good. God perceives things that we don't perceive because we are a soul. God, the true us, the part that sees through our eyes, our consciousness, the part of you that's listening to me right now is a soul encapsulated in a body. You were given ears and a nose to interact with the world around you, with the physical world that we're surrounded by. It's kind of like Avatar, if you've seen it. We're in a body that's not really ours. We are a soul. We're something so far into this world, but we're put here to make choices and choose to do good. That's our purpose in this world. And God tells us, you know what? I have a perspective that you may not have. I have a perspective that I want to share with you through my instruction book, which I'm giving you, Jewish people, at Mount Sinai, at the national revelation where God revealed himself to us, where God told us that Moses was the prophet that we would be listening to, where God gave us the Ten Commandments. He said, these are the instructions I'm giving you. And that is what the Torah tells us to do. So when we think for the high holidays, what do we want to do? Where do we want to go? What choices do we want to make that are better? Not only do we have to follow our intuition, but we have to incorporate God's instructions and God's values into those decisions so that we'll have the greatest life that he wants us to have. Thanks for joining the Shofar Minute.